Thank you all for this incredible honor. This achievement ours, together. Here's to our future success. Gentlemen, we stand at a crossroads. The choices we make tonight will define our future. We cannot falter.
The restaurant went silent when the Millionaire CEO started laughing. It wasn't a kind laugh. It was sharp, confident, and a little cruel. "Translate this," he said, sliding a folded paper across the table toward the young waitress. "And I'll give you my entire month's salary." The other guests chuckled. Some whispered. They all knew who he was, Arman Khanna, the youngest billionaire CEO in the city. Powerful, intelligent, arrogant. The waitress, Alia, stood still for a moment. She had been serving tables quietly all evening, her uniform simple, her hair tied neatly back. No one would guess she had once been the top student in her university's linguistics department before her father's illness forced her to leave her studies and work double shifts. She picked up the paper slowly. It contained a paragraph written in an ancient dialect of Persian mixed with classical Arabic, something only a trained scholar could understand. Arman leaned back in his chair confidently. He had brought that text from an international conference earlier that week. Even senior executives had struggled with it. "You don't have to embarrass yourself," he added casually. "Just admit you can't." The restaurant manager looked nervous. "Sir, she's just a waitress." Alia raised her hand gently. "It's okay." She took a deep breath and began to read. Her pronunciation was flawless. At first, the room stayed quiet out of curiosity. Then slowly, expressions began to change. A few guests leaned forward. One man nearly dropped his fork. She didn't just translate it, she explained its historical context. She described the poetic structure. She even corrected a minor grammatical error in the original script. When she finished, there was complete silence. Arman's smile had disappeared. "Where did you learn that?" he asked, his voice no longer playful. "My mother was a literature professor," Alia replied softly. "And I was completing my master's degree before life happened." For the first time, Arman truly looked at her. Not as a waitress. Not as entertainment. But as someone who carried hidden strength. "You're overqualified to be serving tables," he said quietly. "And you're underestimating people," she replied, meeting his eyes calmly. A few guests began clapping. Then more joined. The applause filled the restaurant. Arman stood up slowly. "You won," he said. "Tell me your bank details." Alia shook her head.